In this tutorial, we're going to take you through editing the first items that were automatically created for you, as well as adding a new item to give you an idea of how to add new items into your application. So with everything else, you're going to ensure that you're on your business account. So simply click on the menu button next to search anything, and that's going to open up the drawer for you. And then you have to click on your email address to ensure that you are on your business account. If you're not on your business account, you will not see the application manager when you scroll down. So once you've done that, you are taken to the application manager and it will present you with the application that you created previously. So in order for us to pretty much do anything in the application afterwards, we have to get used to double clicking. When you double click on any of the items, it will bring up a menu for you. So in this case, we want to edit our featured section. So we just double click on the featured section. You can click on the header or you can click on the image itself. And in this case, I'm just going to change the name and add a new image. So I'm going to go down to media and I will select a new picture. And that picture will then be displayed in my new featured section, and the old picture would simply disappear. So once I've added the picture, I can just go basically down and say save. And once the item is saved, as you will see now, that the new item is now being displayed instead of the standard Altavision picture. To then edit the first product, I simply have to double click on the item itself and click on the edit item button. In this case, I'm going to change the name and give it any name that you want, whatever your brand is or your product is you're selling. And then you can, if you want to change the image, and then we can simply go once again and select a new image. So in this case, I'll just select a new shoe. And you can crop the image to basically your art's content and make it look however you want to. Next, I just have to ensure that I add it to whatever category I want it to appear under. So in this case, I select the product category, which was created for me automatically. Then I will give it a price, and I'll give it 1,000 Rand and put a discount of 100 Rand on there. And then as you can see, it automatically calculates the sale price for us. Next is shipping information. I'm going to leave everything as is for now. We'll get to adding a new item and explaining that completely later. So all we have to do is save the application or the item that we created. And as you can see now, it's busy updating to the new name and the new picture, as well as now it's got a price. However, because the items are set to 0 and they're out of stock, when I click on that item now, it's going to say that it's currently out of stock. And this is very, very important for you, because if it ever goes to 0 or you mark the items as out of stock, people will not be able to buy it from you. This is a little detail screen about the items. So when people click on it, that's the information that they will be seeing. So next we're going to add an item. And this is a little bit more complicated. But we're going to take you through it. So the item name would be the name of your item that you're actually selling. So for instance, if you're selling a PlayStation, the item is going to be a PlayStation. If you're selling Kotas or whatever it is, that's where you put in the name. Next is if it's a fast food item, you'll see the rest of the things disappear because they're not really relevant in that case. However, if you're selling things with serial numbers and model numbers, etc., you're obviously not going to select a fast food item. So then we can give it a nice description. These are all information that is very, very valuable and important to your customers in order for them to understand exactly what you're selling and what you're doing. So once you're happy with all of that, you can just click continue, and then we can add some images to our item. They are required, so we have to put images in. When you click, it's going to take you, you can either take a picture or it will ask you to go to the gallery. If you go to the gallery, you got access to all the information. It might ask you for access to actually access your storage. In that case, just give it a yes if you want to. If you do not give it a yes, then you absolutely cannot add any images. You can also add more images in the case where if you're selling a product and you want to show it from different sides or different colors, for example, then you simply click on the second camera button that appeared and follow the same procedure and add as many pictures as you want. And as you can see at the bottom, they all appear. And if you want to delete it, you simply click on the trash can and that takes it away. Next, the display tabs are very, very important. This is where you want your items to appear. So in this case, they're all going to appear under the product section, but which category do you want them to appear under? So in this case, I want them on my product category, so I'm going to select product category. And the following thing we have to do is go to pricing. This is just a simple thing, so I'm just going to add a price and then show you how the discounts work. So you can put in 1,000 Rand and it automatically calculates it for you. If you are ever now go and put a percentage in, for example 10%, you will now see that the price changes and the price is automatically calculated based on the percentage. For forms, we'll get to it later. They're quite complicated, so we'll get there. Then we get to shipping, where we have to give some information about what is being shipped to your customer. Okay, the first thing is your shipping information. This could be any information you want the customer to know about your shipping procedure. The next thing is what's in the box. So exactly what will be in the box. In this case, it's probably shoes. So I'm going to put like one pair of shoes or something like that. The next is how long do you expect this item to be shipped to the customer? And then we have to give a size to what the container would be. So in this case, you have a height, length, and width, and they are all in centimeters. We then have to give it a height as well as a shipping price. And so once you've filled in your height and weight, you then have to give it a availability status. This tells the customer whether the item is available, whether it's in stock, whether it's on back order or out of stock. If the items go out of stock, in the sense that like the quantity that you've entered in goes to 0, they automatically flag as out of stock. However, you also do have the option to actually put it out of stock manually. So in that case, the product doesn't disappear. It just gives a message to the person that you can't buy it and that is out of stock. Once we've done that, we can simply go and give our shipping price, and the shipping price is going to be whatever you charge people for shipping. This will vary from company to company and business to business. Next, we save our item, and once it's saved, you'll see that it automatically goes to wherever we created the item, and it should be in our product category. So there you can see now, if we click on all, the item is now there automatically. There was a little bit of a lag with that item appearing, could be network related, but if we go to category now, it's going to be there. And that's pretty much how we add an item. So in order for you to add more items, you basically just follow the same procedure. You double click on any of the items and select the add icon button and go through the wizard that will ask you step by step how to do it. And once you've done adding all your items, you can just simply save your application to make sure any changes that you've made are saved. Thank you very much for joining me.